Page 1. VF-8 Logan Veritech Fighter Kanban System A powered by Janus Robotics, CEO, Dionysius Janus. Welcome to Janus Robotics, the premier mecha engineering powerhouse inspired by the ancient Roman god Janus, the deity of transitions, duality, and machines that can punch holes in both time and space. You, my esteemed Southern Cross engineers, are about to supercharge the VF-8 Logan Veritech Fighter's productivity system using a cutting-edge Kanban workflow. We're talking streamlined production, optimized combat readiness, and some fast-as-hell race times because war isn't the only place a mecha can shine. Ever thought of racing Veritechs? Well, buckle up. One-eyed Dionysius AF pound establishing the VF-8 Logan Kanban board. We divide our board into 3 categories, like the Logan's transformation modes, fighter mode, to-do, incoming tasks and production goals. Guardian mode, in progress, tasks being actively worked on. Battloid mode, completed, finished tasks, ready to deploy. Each task card represents a specific job: maintenance, weapon upgrades, aerodynamic adjustments, or protoculture refueling. 2 Dionysius AF pound. Step 1, calculate the production efficiency, Veritech math time. Let's take a deep dive into our productivity metrics using real-world numbers. Example scenario, work cell output for Logan's right arm laser cannon. Available work time, 390 minutes, subtracting breaks. Actual work time, 255 minutes. Productivity rate, 255 minutes 390 minutus 100 equals 65% /frac 255 /text minutes 390 /text minutes times 100 equals 65 /% cycle time for 1 unit, 5 minutes per component. Units produced per shift, 255 minutes. 5 minutes per unit equals 51 units /frac 255 /text minutes 5 /text minutes per unit equals 51 /text units. 3 Dionysius AF pound. Expanding production, full work cell output. The Logan's ARM assembly cell includes 4 identical workstations. So, multiply that, 51 units per station. 4 stations equals 204 units per shift. Now, here's where things get spicy. If each unit produced is a racing grade thruster enhancement, you've just made your Logan faster than a Ferrari on nitrous. Let's keep the pace fast, like your afterburners. 4 Dionysius AF pound. Key Kanban optimization tips, Southern Cross Racing Edition, inverted exclamation mark. Minimize transit times. Picture your operators running back and forth like they're in a Benny Hill sketch. Don't let that happen. Current situation, operators walk 40 seconds between stations. Fix, U-shape layout. Make sure everything is within a pivot switch. Result, trim that transit time and boost unit output by up to 30 units per week. inverted exclamation mark. Simplify workflow. Your Logan needs precision. Don't let cluttered workspaces turn your mecha into a clunky tin can. Tip, ignore the temptation to cram too much into a cell. Operators need space to pivot between fighter and battloid tasks. inverted exclamation mark. Make it functional. Yes, we all want our workspaces to look like a shiny sci-fi dream, but practicality wins races. Reality check, your operator doesn't need RGB lighting on their plasma cutter, they need a clear view of their task. 5 Dionysius AF pound. Kanban metrics, the 3 fates of production, numerical KPIs. We track 3 core metrics for each Kanban cycle, inspired by the Roman fates: Clotto, initiation, number of tasks added to the board. Lachesis, progress, number of tasks currently being worked on. Atropos, completion, number of tasks successfully completed and logged in battloid mode. 6 Dionysius AF pound. Humor break, why protoculture beats espresso. Why do we power the Logan with protoculture instead of espresso? Because espresso doesn't make you transform at max speeds. Protoculture, however, makes the Logan race ready and war ready. 7 Dionysius AF pound. Final output goals, VF-8 Logan Racing Division, Feathered Fury class. By applying these principles, 204 units per cell per shift, 65% productivity rate, 5 minute cycle time per unit, you've got a lean, mean, mecha racing machine that'll dominate the skies and the track. Whether it's Southern Cross Combat or the Feathered Fury Drag Series, the Logan will stand out as the ultimate multi-mode racer. As we say at Janus Robotics, why build for war when you can build for speed? Page 2. VF-8 Logan Veritech Fighter Kanban System /U 2013 powered by Janus Robotics CEO, Dionysius Janus. Welcome, Southern Cross engineers and pilots, to the most robust, explosive, and questionably legal VF-8 Logan Veritech Fighter Kanban System on this side of the galaxy. Here at Janus Robotics, we don't just optimize work cells /U 2013, we slap a jet engine on them, toss in a laser cannon, and send them screaming past Mach 5. Let's dig into how we make sure your VF8 Logan doesn't end up as a heap of spare parts after a single race. Summary of work cell optimization design and productivity rate calculation. First things first, the key to keeping your Veritech fighter in top racing condition is optimizing the work cells in your hangar. After all, a poorly optimized hangar is the fastest way to ensure your VF8 Logan spends more time getting polished by the cleaning bots than tearing up the track. Here are the core principles to keep your workflow as smooth as a Guardian mode Logan gliding through an asteroid belt. Key steps for work cell optimization. 1. Minimize transit times. If your mechanics are running laps around a hangar instead of focusing on the VF8, your productivity rate will plummet faster than a novice pilot forgetting to engage hover mode. Target: reduce time spent moving between workstations. Reality check: if Bob from maintenance has to walk 40 seconds between the engine bay and the armor plating station, he's basically doing a marathon before lunch. That 40 seconds per trip adds up / 2013 and not in your favor. Solution: use a U-shape layout to keep tools and parts within arm's reach. And maybe tell Bob to ditch the donuts. 2. Simplify workflow. Your VF8 Logan is a beast, but even a beast needs a simple workflow. If your workstations resemble a spaghetti mess of cables and duct tape, you / 2019 re-asking for trouble. Objective: ensure work moves smoothly from one station to the next. Humorous reality: no one wants to see a mechanic performing the Mach just to pivot between work cells. Pro tip: use color-coded pathways and signs / 2013 or, if you / 2019 re-feeling fancy, install voice-activated routing systems. Just make sure they don't / 2019 T confuse / 201C missile load / 201D with / 201C lunch break. / 201D3. Make the layout functional. If / 2019's a simple rule, mechanics need space. If you cram them into tight quarters, it / 2019's only a matter of time before someone starts swinging a wrench in frustration. Warning: avoid obstructions like support pillars, misplaced storage bins, or overenthusiastic robots. Pro insight: an operator with room to move is an operator who won / 2019 T accidentally install a rocket launcher backward. Common design layouts for work cells. Here / 2019's a breakdown of layout options, because let / 2019's be honest, even your VF8 Logan deserves a well-organized pit stop. U-shape layout: think of this as the race car pit crew setup. Everything / 2019's within reach, so your team spends less time running and more time tuning. T-shape layout: for those oddball hangars that don't / 2019 T quite fit the U-shape. It still gets the job done, though it might make your mechanics feel like they / 2019 reenacting a game of Tetris. S or Z layout: got pillars in your hangar? No problem. The S or Z layout works around those pesky obstacles like a seasoned pilot dodging enemy fire. Just be sure your crew doesn't / 2019 T get dizzy. Calculating productivity rate. Now, onto the math / 2013, because if we / 2019 re not calculating productivity, we / 2019 re just guessing. And guessing doesn't / 2019 T win races. Available work time left / 2019's assume your mechanics work an 8-hour shift, 1 hour lunch break / 2013 because even the best engineers need to recharge. 2 15-minute breaks / 2013 because coffee is life. Total available work time, 6.5 hours, 390 minutes. Actual work time subtract time lost to stoppages / 2013. Whether that / 2019's Bob getting distracted by shiny parts or someone misplacing the protoculture canisters. Example: lost time equals 135 minutes, actual work time equals 255 minutes. Productivity rate calculation: the golden formula for measuring how efficient your hangar is. Productivity rate equals actual work time / UOOF 7 available work time. Example: 255 minutes / UOOF 7 390 minutes equals 65% productivity rate. If you / 2019 re at 65%, you / 2019 re doing okay. But remember, a 100% productivity rate is like hitting the nose at the right moment. / 2013 pure perfection. Determining units produced in each workstation. Cycle time calculation: assume it takes 5 minutes to complete a task per unit. Formula: actual work time / UOOF 7 cycle time. Example: 255 minutes / UOOF 7 5 minutes equals 51 units produced per workstation. Total units produced in the work cell multiply by the number of stations to get your total output. Example: 4 workstations / UOOD 751 units equals 204 total units produced. Key takeaways: minimize transit times between stations to avoid unnecessary production losses. Simplify workflows so that tasks flow seamlessly from one cell to the next. Make layouts functional /U 2013 because no one wants a cramped, chaotic hangar. Track lost time to pinpoint bottlenecks and improve your productivity rate. Calculate productivity rates regularly to measure efficiency and ensure your VF8 Logan is race ready. Final words from Dionysius Janus /U 201C. Optimization isn't /U 2019T just about squeezing out more units. It /U 2019's about making sure every VF8 Logan that rolls out of your hangar is ready to take on the galaxy. Keep your systems tight, your layouts clean, and your mechanics caffeinated. Oh, and if you see Bob wandering off again, tell him I /U 2019've got a shiny new wrench with his name on it. /U 201D. Let's get that VF8 Logan Veritech fighter's Kanban system tuned up and ready for Southern Cross racing domination. You want it fast, precise, and efficient, right? I'm gonna make sure that even Dionysius Janus himself would chuckle and say, well, I'll be damned. That's one hell of a Kanban board. Eth's Macron VF8 Logan Veritech Kanban system, work cell optimization for mecha racing. Fast is smooth, and smooth is fast. A broken bar unless you're running late, then just go full Battloid. Thy step 1, minimize transit times. Let's be real, if your VF8 Logan pilot is spending more time walking around the hangar than actually racing, you're losing valuable productivity. The workstations need to be so close that you can transform from fighter mode to Battloid mode without tripping over cables. Case study. In one poorly optimized Southern Cross hangar, the engineers had to walk 40 seconds to grab a torque wrench. That's a whole 3.7 seconds per mile in Veritech terms, so unacceptable. Fix it by placing tools within arm's reach. If your mesh tech spends more time walking than tweaking, you've got a problem. As some key fix, upgrade your floor layout to a U-shape. U-shape layout equals efficient workflow, less walking, more time to polish those plasma cannons. But if you've got a weird shaped hangar with alien artifacts lying around, thanks, Robotics masters, go for the S or Z layout. It's perfect for dodging pillars and that one annoying CNC machine. Thy step 2, simplify workflow. Don't let your VF8 get stuck in Guardian mode when it should be flying. Keep the workflow smooth. Parts come in, mods get done, and the Logan leaves the hangar faster than a Zor battle cruiser. Imagine if Dana Sterling's Logan had to wait on a part because someone mislabeled a supplely bin. Not on my watch. Solution, color code your parts bins. Use QR codes linked to your Kanban system. Make sure everyone knows the difference between a protoculture battery and sandwich. Section degrees. Step 3, make the layout functional. Your work cell isn't a sardine can. If your engineers are squeezing past each other like it's Black Friday, you've got a bottleneck issue. Give them space to breathe, and maybe to dance when the mission goes well. Pro tip, in Battloid mode, the VF8 Logan takes up 10 square meters. Plan your layout accordingly. Nobody wants to hear "uh-oh, I bumped the plasma cannon." Thy step 4, calculate productivity rate. Let's crunch the numbers. Even mecha racing needs data-driven decisions. Thy example calculation for the Southern Cross hangar, available work time. 8-hour shift minus 1 hour lunch break and 2 15-minute breaks equals 6.5 hours, 390 minutes. Actual work time. Subtract 135 minutes lost to "oh no, where's the laser wrench?" Actual work time equals 255 minutes. Thy section productivity rate formula. Actual work time available work time equals 255 middle 390 equals 65%. That's a D grade, folks. We're aiming for an A+ rate of at least 85%. Step 5, units produced per workstation. Your VF8 Logan isn't just a pretty face, it's a high-performance racing machine. We need to measure output by workstation. Assume, cycle time is 5 minutes per unit. Thy section units produced per workstation. 255 minutes middle 5 minutes equals 51 units per station. Multiply that by 4 stations in your work cell, and you've got 204 units ready for action. Translation for Logan fans. That's 204 plasma cannon upgrades, shield adjustments, or paint jobs ready to hit the racetrack. Currency Kanban humor time. Here's how I imagine your team implementing these steps, lead engineer. Hey, why is this part labeled a top secret? It's just a wrench. Janus Robotics rep. Because if we called it a hypermolecular torque enhancer, you'd respect it more. Pilot. Are we racing today, or am I just here for the sandwiches? Dionysius Janus. Keep the sandwiches in Guardian mode. We don't want another incident with a microwave. Negation. Final key takeaways. Minimize transit times. If your engineers are walking, they aren't wrenching. Simplify workflows to keep the VF8 Logan race ready. Make your layout functional, unless you like playing human Tetris. Calculate productivity and track units per workstation. Numbers don't lie. Keep the humor alive here because even mecha need a good laugh. FY inverted exclamation mark next upgrade. Thinking of adding a turbo boost to your VF8 Logan? Let's optimize that too. Just don't forget the Kanban board. Southern Cross Racing, where mecha meet the Kanban. Page 3. VF8 Logan Veritech Fighter Kanban System A powered by Janus Robotics integrating morphing winged drones inspired by nature. Welcome to the Southern Cross Army's newest racing division. Hey there, soldier. You thought the VF8 Logan Veritech Fighter was just for battle? Think again. We're taking this mecha masterpiece and cranking it up to 11 for some high-octane racing action powered by none other than Janus Robotics' cutting-edge Kanban system. And wait for it, our broken bar, we're stealing a few tricks from nature's finest flyers. That's right, morphing winged drones inspired by birds are about to give your VF8 Logan the agility of a goshawk on caffeine. Kanban system overview, keeping our Veritech fighters in line. You're probably wondering, what's a Kanban system doing in a Veritech hangar? Great question. The Kanban board is our secret weapon for keeping everything from engine tweaks to wing repairs on track. We've got 3 columns: to do, in progress, and done. Simple, right? But with Janus Robotics CEO Dionysius Janus leading the charge, our Kanban system doesn't just track tasks, so it adapts, optimizes, and makes sure no one's slacking off. Janus Kanban highlights dynamic task allocation. Tasks are reassigned in real time based on pilot feedback. Automated morphing wing adjustments. The Kanban integrates directly with the morphing wing control systems to ensure optimal configurations for different tracks. AI-driven efficiency reports, using Bayesian optimization. Fancy, right? We make sure every wing flap is energy efficient. Now let's dive into how these nature-inspired morphing drones are transforming our racers. Morphing wing drones, the secret sauce for victory. Dario Floriano's morphing wing drones are like having a squadron of mini raptors backing up your VF8 Logan. These drones use flexible feathers to pull off insane aerial maneuvers, and we've slapped that same tech onto our Veritech fighters. The bird brain behind the tech, Floriano's team at the Labs for Intelligent Systems, Lease, found that birds like the northern goshawk have a genius-level grasp of flight dynamics. Goshawks don't waste energy flapping, they twist their tails and adjust their wing angles to make tight turns. Imagine your VF8 Logan pulling off that kind of precision in a drag race. No more skidding into barriers, you're slicing through turns like a hot knife through butter. Key insights we've borrowed: segmented wings. Just like the Raptor drone, our VF8s now have wings divided into 3 segments with carbon fiber tendons. They morph mid-race to reduce drag or increase lift, depending on the course. Twisting tail mechanism. Inspired by goshawk tails, the VF8's rear stabilizers can twist for sharper turns without losing speed. AI feather control. Each wing is equipped with 20 artificial feathers that adjust autonomously for maximum efficiency. Don't worry, these feathers won't molt, they're made from a durable foam carbon fiber blend. Kanban meets morphing wings, a match made in mecha heaven. Here's how our Kanban system handles morphing wing adjustments during races. Pre-race prep, to do. Analyze the track's layout using AI. Assign optimal wing configurations based on track type, drag, circuit, etc. Mid-race adjustments, in progress. AI algorithms tweak the wing angles in real time. The Kanban board flags any critical adjustments needed, say, if a feather gets damaged. Post-race review, done. Analyze performance data. Adjust the Kanban system to improve future races. Humorous field report from the Southern Cross Racing Division pilot report, Lieutenant Jake Featherweight Henderson. I knew we were onto something when I took a tight corner at 400 miles per hour and didn't black out. Those morphing wings are freaky. It's like the VF8 has a mind of its own. I half expect it to squawk at me. Unexpected discoveries. When AI gets creative during a wind tunnel test, the AI running our Kanban system decided to try something wilder. It configured the wings for maximum drag reduction while increasing lift on just one side. The result? The VF8 Logan did a barrel roll mid-flight and landed perfectly. We're still not sure if that was intentional or if the AI is just messing with us. Engineering note: we've added a no-showboating rule to the Kanban system. The AI is now required to run all stunts by the pilot first. Future applications. What's next for the VF8 Logan? We're not stopping at morphing wings. Here's what's on the horizon: edible wings, in case you get stranded. Okay, that's more for drones, but who doesn't love a good snack? Hopping legs, inspired by the Raven drone, because sometimes you need to jump over obstacles instead of flying around them. Self-healing armor, feathers that repair themselves mid-race? Sign us up. Closing thoughts: why the Kanban system is key. Dionysius Janus didn't just give us a fancy board with sticky notes. His Kanban system is the backbone of our VF8 Logan Racing division. It keeps our mesh agile, efficient, and always ready to adapt, just like those goshawks that inspired our morphing wings. So, next time you see a VF-8 Logan slicing through the skies at breakneck speeds, remember that behind every turn and twist is a Kanban card moving from to-do to done. And maybe, just maybe, our AI is plotting its next mid-race stunt. Page 4. Project name, VF-8 Logan Veritech Fighter Kanban System A powered by Janus Robotics, CEO, Dionysius Janus. Welcome to the VF-8 Logan Racing Kanban System. Alright, folks, buckle up. You're about to dive into the sleekest, fastest, most chaotic Kanban system on the planet. Think of it like tuning a Veritech fighter mid-race except instead of jet fuel, we're burning through sticky notes and to-do lists. The VF-8 Logan isn't just any Veritech fighter. Nope. This baby was built for the Southern Cross Army's racing division. And what keeps it flying smoothly on the track? The Kanban-powered AI system created by none other than Janus Robotics, led by the enigmatic CEO, Dionysius Janus. Yes, the guy's got a name that screams Greek tragedy villain, but he's all about high-tech efficiency. Let's break down how we optimize the VF-8 Logan with a cutting-edge Kanban system that even a battloid mode can appreciate. 1. The Kanban board breakdown. Picture this, the VF-8 Logan has 3 primary modes: A Fighter, Guardian, and Battloid. Each mode represents a column on our Kanban board. Fighter mode, to do, all the tasks we're about to launch into. Everything from pre-flight checks to race day prep. Guardian mode, in progress, tasks that are currently in motion, just like a Veritech hovering mid-air. Battloid mode, done, completed tasks. This is where we slap a big mission accomplished sticker on it. Or maybe a nice dry sticker, depending on how things went. 2. The power of AI-piloted Kanban. The Kanban system is AI-driven, thanks to Janus Robotics' proprietary AI. Here's how it works: Bayesian optimization. Our AI doesn't just guess what tasks need to be done. It uses Bayesian optimization to predict the most efficient task order. Think of it as the AI whispering, "Hey, maybe fix that faulty plasma cannon before the race starts." Reinforcement learning. The AI learns from every task completed, or botched. Just like training a puppy, the AI gets rewards for good decisions and penalties for bad ones. Did you forget to double-check the fuel cells? Penalty. Did you shave 2 seconds off the pit stop? Reward. Counterintuitive configurations. Sometimes, the AI suggests task orders that make no sense to human brains. But trust it, just like birds discovering new flight patterns, the AI has a knack for uncovering hidden efficiencies. 3. Biomimicry meets mecha mastery. Ever wonder how we make a metal bird like the VF-8 Logan fly like an eagle? It's all thanks to biomimicry. Morphing wing technology. At high speeds, our AI system adjusts the VF-8's wings to optimize lift and reduce drag. Think of it as a bird tucking its wings in during a dive, except this bird also has laser cannons. Real-world testing. The AI doesn't just simulate tasks in a lab. It tests them under real-world conditions, like actuator failure during a high-speed race. This ensures the system can adapt to unexpected challenges without crashing and burning, literally. 4. Onshape CAD, the engineer's best friend. We don't just wing it, pun intended, when designing the VF-8 Logan. We use Onshape CAD, a cloud-based system that tracks every tweak and upgrade in real time. Here's why it's essential: real-time collaboration. Our engineers can make changes on the fly, pun intended again, without worrying about version control. Infinite restore. Accidentally swapped out the plasma cannon for a coffee machine? No problem. Onshape lets us roll back to previous versions. Branching merging. Think GitHub for aerospace engineers. We can test new designs in a sandbox before merging them into the final build. 5. The Southern Cross Army Racing Division's secret weapon. Now, you're probably wondering how a military mecha became a racing superstar. Well, here's the scoop: when the Southern Cross Army decided to branch out into racing, they realized they needed more than just fast machines. They needed smart machines. Enter the VF-8 Logan, powered by Janus Robotics AI and equipped with the latest Kanban system. Our pilots? They're a mix of hotshot racers and battle-hardened veterans. They know how to handle a Veritech in the heat of battle and the heat of a racetrack. 6. The humor factor, keeping it light in a high-stakes world. Let's be honest, managing a Kanban board for a racing Veritech fighter isn't exactly a walk in the park. But we keep things fun. Task cards. Each task card includes a joke or motivational quote. Example: replace plasma cannon A because bringing a knife to a gunfight is so last century. Team mascot. We have a taxidermy bird drone named Feathered Fury that delivers coffee to the engineering team. It walks, takes off without a runway, and occasionally crashes into walls. 7. Real-world applications. Beyond racing, the tech we're developing for the VF-8 Logan has broader applications. Companies like Airbus are already experimenting with similar biomimicry-based designs. Imagine a future where every plane can adjust its wings like a bird to improve fuel efficiency and reduce emissions. And those taxidermy bird drones? They're being used for wildlife monitoring and espionage. Just don't ask too many questions about that project. Conclusion: the future is now. The VF-8 Logan Veritech fighter Kanban system isn't just a tool, it's a way of life. With AI-powered optimization, real-time CAD collaboration, and a healthy dose of humor, we're taking racing and project management to new heights. So, next time you see a Veritech fighter blazing across the finish line, just remember, it's all thanks to a well-oiled Kanban board and a team of engineers who know how to have a little fun along the way. Page 5. Ah, I see what you're after. Let's mesh that history into a fun narrative about Janus Robotics and the VF-8 Logan Veritech fighter. Buckle in for a thrilling ride through history and high-tech mecha. The birth of Janus Robotics, the VF-8 Logan Veritech fighter in the world of mecha engineering, where technological mastery and raw power meet the fast-paced thrills of combat and racing. A new player emerged, Janus Robotics. But to understand where it came from, we need to take a detour through history, right to the very heart of California's post-AI innovation boom. The spark of inspiration, Janus Robotics, led by the ever-charismatic and slightly eccentric Dionysius Janus, didn't start with a grand vision of transforming mechas into the racing icons we know today. Instead, the seeds of Janus Robotics were planted in the rich soil of Bay Area innovation, drawing inspiration from historical figures like Leonard Fuller, Fred Terman, and the Varian brothers, pioneers who changed the very nature of technology and business. Take Leonard Fuller, for example. In the early 20th century, he donated magnets to Ernest Lawrence for the creation of a 42-inch cyclotron at UC Berkeley. The cyclotron, an early particle accelerator, became a key tool for high-energy physics research, laying the groundwork for some of the most significant scientific advancements of the century and even contributing to the Nobel Prizes by 1960. Now, you might be asking, what does a cyclotron have to do with a transforming fighter jet? The answer lies in the concept of transformation itself. Just like Fuller's magnets helped accelerate scientific progress, Janus's mechas would transform the very concept of military and civilian machines. The Klystron era, harnessing power for the future. Fast forward to the 1930s, where the legendary Fred Terman invited Charlie Litton to Stanford, a man who would later play a pivotal role in developing the Klystron, now high-powered tube crucial for radar technology. This technology wasn't just a game-changer for defense, it was the foundation for the Bay Area's rise as a hotbed of microwave tech innovation. And much like how these engineers adapted technologies for military success, Janus Robotics adapted these cutting-edge principles to develop a fighter that could evolve mid-combat, not just fly or walk, but change shape, speed, and function on command. Fast forward again, and we meet Bill Hewlett and David Packard, two engineers whose garage-based tinkering sparked the birth of Hewlett-Packard. They created their first product, a stable audio oscillator, and unknowingly paved the way for tech entrepreneurship in Silicon Valley. Dionysius Janus wasn't just a product of this lineage, he was a product of a culture that nurtured innovative thinking. When he wasn't building mecha prototypes, Janus would often host brainstorming sessions that eerily resemble those legendary garage meetings of Hewlett-Packard. Except in Janus's case, the goal wasn't just creating a better transistor, it was creating a better fighting machine. The Klystron battle. The rise of the VF-8 Logan. As VI progressed, the Klystron tube developed by the Varian brothers became a cornerstone of radar technology, shaping everything from military strategies to industrial production. And so, Janus took a page from this military playbook. The VF-8 Logan Veritech fighter, a mecha engineered to transform in 3 distinct modes: fighter, guardian, and battloid, was born from the same principles of innovation. Janus Robotics didn't just want to build a machine, they wanted to create a masterpiece that could adapt in real time, much like how radar and the microwave technology adapted to the changing needs of the war. But here's where the story takes an even wilder turn. While the Logan was being designed for combat, it didn't take long for Janus to realize that it could also be fast. After all, if it could dodge missiles, why not outrun race cars? This epiphany sparked the idea of integrating racing-grade thrusters into the Logan, effectively turning it into the first-ever mecha designed for both war and speed. The Janus Robotics Kanban system, streamlining production and racing. To bring this vision to life, Janus had to adapt the fast-moving, cutting-edge techniques of Silicon Valley. Enter the Kanban system, inspired by both tech innovation and the fast-paced, ever-evolving needs of the military. At Janus Robotics, they didn't just apply Kanban to production, they applied it to mecha combat readiness. The VF-8 Logan's production process was broken down into 3 distinct phases: fighter mode, to do tasks like engine assembly, wing adjustments, and weapon calibrations. Guardian mode, in progress, active tasks such as thruster adjustments, cockpit reconfiguration, or hull strengthening operations. Battloid mode, completed, fully operational mechas ready to deploy or enter a race, both war and track ready. The team tracked each task using color-coded Kanban cards, similar to the boardroom meetings of the past Silicon Valley masterminds. And let's face it, whether you're testing for missile defense or drag racing, every task counts. Efficiency was key, every minute saved meant a faster fighter. The 3 fates of Kanban: Clotto, Lachesis, Atropos. Tracking progress wasn't just about efficiency, it was about the results. In true Roman fashion, Janus Robotics adopted the three fates of production. Clotto, initiation, tasks were added to the board, representing the start of new enhancements. Lachesis, progress, tasks moved to the in progress section, where engineering magic happened. Atropos, completion, finally, the finished tasks were marked in battloid mode, ready to take on any threat or race course. Each shift was tracked like a NASCAR pit stop, ensuring no mecha was ever caught unprepared. Why Protoculture beats Espresso? Funny break. Now, you might wonder why the VF8 Logan is powered by Protoculture instead of the good old reliable Espresso. Well, let me tell you, Espresso doesn't make you transform into a 40-foot robot at max speeds. Protoculture, on the other hand, not only keeps you charged up but gives you the superhuman ability to dodge missiles and break the sound barrier simultaneously. Ever try to do that with a double shot? Didn't think so. The Feathered Fury class, racing meets combat. When Dionysius Janus turned his attention to the Feathered Fury drag series, things got even spicier. Imagine this, a VF8 Logan blasting down a quarter-mile track, transforming mid-race to outmaneuver competitors. And thanks to the Kanban system's optimized workflows, the Logan wasn't just a fighting machine, it was now a racing legend. With every task perfectly executed, each race saw Janus Robotics' precision paid off in full throttle. Whether on the battlefield or the race course, Janus knew that speed wasn't just about quick decisions, it was about creating a multifaceted machine that could do it all. And so, Janus Robotics didn't just revolutionize mecha engineering. They proved that innovation, no matter how high-tech, always has its roots in history, from cyclotrons to clystrons, from transistors to thrusters. In the end, Janus Robotics is about more than just robots. It's about pushing the limits of what's possible, building with history in mind, and always remembering, why build for war when you can build for speed. Page 6a. Janus Robotics Series B Investor Meeting, Jupiter Ventures. Unpredictable questions answered. Question 1. If you had to create a mecha prototype using only items found at a 24-hour convenience store, what would your plan look like? First off, thank you for this interesting challenge. It's not every day you're asked to build a mecha from what amounts to a selection of 3-day-old burritos, half-empty bags of chips, and slightly questionable energy drinks. But hey, we've got our work cut out for us, so let's get down to business. Step 1. Build the skeletonal cups, bottles, and a few more cups for the mecha's basic frame. We're going to raid the shelves for the highest quality materials. So plastic cups, the stronger the better. You know, the ones that are suspiciously clear but somehow feel indestructible when you stack AM? Yep, those. For the joints, we'll repurpose rubber bands, as they offer that perfect blend of flexibility and tensile strength. If this prototype can withstand a toddler's temper tantrum, it can certainly handle an afternoon of combat. Key KPI here. Product durability. We estimate a 72% survival rate against an average convenience store patron's attempts to crush it for fun. If it passes, we move forward with Phase 2. Step 2, power up energy drinks and the inner machinations of the mecha. What do we need for energy? The only thing that can keep our mecha's heart beating in this absurd scenario, caffeine, baby. We grab all the energy drinks in the fridge here, preferably the ones that look like they could either power a small city or send you into an existential crisis. But here's the kicker, we're repurposing the leftover cans as capacitors. They're lightweight, full of potential energy, and, frankly, they're the most on-brand option we could find. The key KPI here, energy efficiency. If we can get this mecha to run for at least 12 minutes on a single 12-ounce Red Bull, that's a win in anyone's book. Step 3, weaponry. A snack food shuriken. Of course, why settle for lasers when you can launch chips? We'll strap a mini catapult onto the mecha's shoulder, stocked with a high-tech blend of snack foods, Doritos, pretzels, and the kind of chips that always seem to make their way to the bottom of the bag no matter how careful you are. The mecha's hands will be built to launch these chips at speeds that could rival an Olympic sprinter. The idea is that the sheer force of a Dorito hitting an enemy will either incapacitate them or cause them to question their life choices. Key KPI, payload capacity. We're talking snack-to-weight ratios here, folks. If this mecha can fire a bag of chips with pinpoint accuracy, we've definitely set the bar high for future mecha warfare. Step 4, the exoskeleton. Gum, duct tape, and imagination now. The most crucial aspect, the mecha's outer armor. Nothing says indestructible like a combination of gum and duct tape. The plan here is to cover the entire frame with a robust layer of chewed-up gum, for flexibility, and duct tape, for everything else. The duct tape will keep everything tight, and the gum? Well, it's the unsung hero of our battle-ready mecha. Its elastic properties will keep the frame intact, especially when it's subjected to high-stress scenarios like driving through a 7-Eleven parking lot at 3 a.m. Key KPI, mecha resiliency. Our goal is for this prototype to survive at least one high-speed run through the parking lot, ideally avoiding the inevitable encounter with a poorly parked minivan. If we make it through, we'll increase the armor's effectiveness by 42%, based on feedback from our test subjects, aka, our engineering interns. So there you have it. The 24-hour convenience store mecha prototype, a mix of caffeine, snacks, and a whole lot of duct tape. We expect this product to absolutely disrupt the mecha industry and may or may not get us in trouble with the local health department. Question 2. Can you guarantee that one day, a VR8 Logan will outperform a Formula 1 car on the racetrack and in the sky? If so, how? The classic, can your mecha beat a Formula 1 car at racing? Question. Well, I'll tell you this, we are not your average mecha creators. We aim to do more than just race, we're here to dominate. And here's the plan. Step 1, the Formula 1 racetrack are ready to shatter expectations first. Let's talk speed. The VR8 Logan is built for both land and air, so we have a slight advantage here. While Formula 1 cars are designed to hug the track with precision, the VR8 Logan will have integrated hovercraft technology for those quick, we're not even touching the ground moments. This is where the game changes. Key KPI, land speed efficiency. We predict that, at peak velocity, the VR8 Logan can shave off at least 0.5 seconds per lap compared to a traditional F1 car, primarily because it's floating 2 inches off the ground at 200 miles per hour. Aerodynamic test results are showing a 17% improvement in speed over conventional F1 vehicles due to our advanced suspension systems and hover capabilities. Step 2, the sky, a new kind of racing, but where the VR8 Logan really shines is in the sky. As soon as that green flag drops, we're off, not just around the corners but straight into the stratosphere. The VR8 Logan's wings are engineered for quick vertical takeoff, so at any point, we can blast off and literally leave the racetrack behind. The Formula 1 car is limited by tires and pavement, but we're not tied down. Key KPI, vertical takeoff time, VTTA. At full throttle, we can achieve liftoff in under 2.8 seconds, leaving the F1 car to catch up. Our goal is a skyward velocity gain of 25 miles per hour within the first 5 seconds after takeoff. Step 3, the air-to-ground transitioner. Perfecting the ultimate maneuver once in the air, we'll be able to descend with precision and transition seamlessly back to the track. Think of it as an F1 pit stop, but instead of tires, we're swapping gravity for a jet-powered, skyward thrust that allows us to dive back into the race. All the while, the VR8 Logan will maintain optimal power-to-weight ratios and heat dissipation systems, ensuring we don't get bogged down by the sheer force of the ride. Key KPI, transition efficiency. We're aiming for a seamless 95% transition efficiency, where the VR8 Logan can drop from 100 feet to track level within 5 seconds without losing speed or balance. In conclusion, can we guarantee the VR8 Logan will outperform a Formula 1 car on both land and in the sky? Yes. Absolutely. With our energy efficiency, hovercraft capabilities, and jet-powered thrust systems, the only thing we need to worry about is the racetrack being too short. Jupiter Ventures, you'll want to buckle up for this one. This race is just getting started. Page 6b. Janus Robotics Series B Investor Meeting, Jupiter Ventures Unpredictable Questions Answered. Continued. Question 3, what's your vision for the VR8 Logan in a world where human pilots become obsolete, and machines are entirely self-operating? How does Janus Robotics pivot? The big question about the future, where humanity is either retired to virtual golf courses or sent off to colonize Mars while our machines take over. It's like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, except it's happening in real time. And honestly, we've been thinking about this for a while. At Janus Robotics, we don't view automation and AI as threats, we see them as opportunities for us to pivot into even bigger, better, and more exciting possibilities. The VR8 Logan is just the start, and as soon as pilots are phased out, we're already primed to take over the skisa with a robotic touch, of course. Step 1, the VR8 Logan's evolution from pilot-driven to fully autonomous. The VR8 Logan, as you know, is already designed with advanced AI-powered flight systems that give it the capability to hover, fly, and perform maneuvers that could put a fighter jet to shame. But where we take it next is where the magic happens. The moment human pilots become irrelevant, the VR8 Logan will be transformed into the ultimate autonomous operator, taking on missions that range from high-speed transport to military-grade operations, all without the need for human oversight. The pivot for Janus Robotics lies in refining our AI so it can handle more complex tasks that go beyond simple navigation. Think high-level decision-making, real-time battlefield analysis, and the ability to anticipate and react faster than a human could, are essentially creating machines that not only operate autonomously but think autonomously. KPI to watch, autonomous response time. ARTA. Our goal is to have the VR8 Logan reduce decision-making latency by 45% in comparison to a human pilot. With real-time data processing and neural network optimization, we'll take autonomy to the next level. In other words, this thing won't just fly itself, it'll make tactical decisions faster than your uncle can finish his second helping of Thanksgiving dinner. Step 2, pivoting to new industries. Robotic AI. everywhere. Now, while we're dominating the skies and the battlefield, we're also exploring how this autonomous tech can branch into other industries. Think self-operating delivery drones in urban areas, or disaster recovery bots that can be deployed to provide real-time analysis and resource management. The future of Janus Robotics isn't just in mechas or fighter jets, it's in solving problems across multiple sectors. And hey, if we get to throw a few gladiator-style aerial combat events on the side, then that's just a bonus. KPI for expansion, AI integration efficiency, AEA. We expect to see a 30% reduction in system integration times across new platforms as our AI learns and adapts to each new environment. The more adaptable our technology, the faster we can scale across industries. If we can pull that off, we're looking at a growth rate of around 50% year-over-year for the next 3 years. Not bad for a company built on caffeinated robot dreams, huh? Question 4. If we threw a gladiator-themed hackathon where all the competitors had to use Roman tech, what would the winning entry from Janus Robotics look like? Oh, I love this question. Roman tech? Gladiators? Hackathon? I mean, who wouldn't want to combine the elegance of ancient Roman engineering with the brute force of modern robotics? Prepare yourselves for a battle of the ages where ancient meets futuristic. First off, we're talking about a Gladiator 3000 prototype, the ultimate battle-ready robot engineered with Roman-inspired weaponry and cutting-edge Janus Robotics tech. Here's how we'd do it. Step 1. The armor of Roman legion meets carbon fiber. We'd take inspiration from the Roman legion's armor of the Loricus augmentata, the glinting metal plates that were lightweight yet capable of absorbing impacts. But because we're Janus Robotics, we're throwing out the metal and going carbon fiber. This will make the armor lightweight, durable, and unreasonably shiny in the sunlight, giving our Gladiator bot both style and substance. Key KPI, armor durability. Our carbon fiber armor will be tested to withstand at least 1.2 times the impact strength of a standard Roman gladius strike. Because, let's face it, when your competitors are hacking away at you with giant swords, you want to make sure your bot doesn't just look cool, it survives. Step 2. The weapons of Roman tech meets modern robotics. Next up, weapons. Imagine a robotic gladiator equipped with a mechanical trident, complete with telescoping rods that extend and retract at lightning speed. We'll call it the Trident as Maximusa, a nod to the Roman tradition of spears, but reimagined for high-speed combat. The trident will be able to launch from the gladiator's hand with a force that could send a Roman chariot into the next century, and just to keep it interesting, we'll program the robot to use it with AI-guided precision. And because no ancient gladiator would ever settle for a single weapon, we're also adding a shield generator modeled after the Roman scutum, the large rectangular shield that could form an impenetrable wall. Ours? Powered by a plasma field generator, creating an energy barrier that can absorb blows from opposing competitors, giving our gladiator bot the upper hand. KPI for weapon effectiveness, strike precision. We'll be aiming for 98% weapon accuracy in targeting opponent weak points. With adaptive learning algorithms, the gladiator bot will be able to adjust strike power based on real-time feedback, ensuring each strike has maximum impact. We expect the bot to be able to finish off a competitor in under 15 seconds, once it starts its attack. Efficiency is key, after all. Step 3, the battle arena. Roman engineering meets dynamic robotics. Of course, we can't have a gladiator hackathon without the arena. We'll design a fully autonomous battle arena where the bots will have to navigate obstacles, avoid traps, and outmaneuver each other in an environment that combines the Roman Colosseum with the chaotic unpredictability of modern warfare. We're talking moving walls, sudden pits, and the occasional cannonball launching from above here just to keep the gladiators on their toes. KPI for environmental adaptability, arena navigation efficiency. We aim for a 95% successful navigation rate in our robot's ability to move through varying obstacles within the arena. With our advanced sensors and AI, the gladiator bot will constantly calculate the best path, all while avoiding an incoming flying spear from a fellow competitor. In conclusion, Janus Robotics Gladiator 3000 would dominate the battlefield thanks to a perfect mix of ancient Roman technology and modern robotics. After all, when you combine carbon fiber armor, plasma shields, and precision weaponry, you've got yourself not just a gladiator, but a battle-ready robot that could take on the Roman Empire itself. And as for that hackathon? It's over before it even starts. We'll take first place, obviously. Page 6c. Janus Robotics Series B Investor Meeting, Jupiter Ventures Unpredictable Questions Answer at a Final Round. Question 5. How would you respond if we told you that we could only invest in Janus Robotics if the mechas are powered by renewable energy sources by 2030? Ah, the green energy dilemma, huh? It's like you just walked into a Tesla showroom and told Elon that the next version of the Roadster needs to be powered by solar panels that are bigger than my aunt's collection of ceramic cats. At first, you think, sure, I can build a solar-powered mecha. What's the worst that could happen? And then you realize that the power needs of a 60-foot robotic behemoth are, well, a bit more than just a few solar panels and a wind turbine. But fear not, we've already thought this through. Janus Robotics has always been about sustainability and innovative problem solving, and we can assure you, we won't just make it work, we'll exceed expectations. Here's the plan. Step 1, harnessing the power of solar panels. But not just any solar panels, we're talking advanced, high-efficiency solar cells integrated into the mecha's armor plating. Imagine it, every inch of the robot's outer shell doubles as a solar collector, absorbing energy from the sun all day, even while on the move. And when the mecha's flying through the skies at Mach 3, we'll throw in solar-powered wings that can harness kinetic energy. It's like I'll just turn on the boosters and absorb the wind power while I'm at it. But wait, here's where it gets interesting. We'll also integrate piezoelectric generators into the mecha's joints. These devices convert mechanical energy, from the mecha moving and fighting, into electrical energy. This way, every kick, punch, or jet-assisted maneuver gets converted into extra fuel for the mecha, essentially making it a self-sustaining energy machine. KPI to track, energy harvesting efficiency. We're setting the goal to achieve 85% energy efficiency through solar absorption and mechanical energy conversion. By 2030, we want to see our mechas operating 90% of the time off of renewable sources, leaving only 10% for traditional fuel to give them that little extra boost when solar panels just don't cut it. Step 2, biodegradable battery packs for emergency power. In the rare event that the mecha has to run out of juice, we don't expect it, but hey, we've got to plan for those oops moments. Our backup battery system will be biodegradable. It's like if Tesla and Greenpeace had a baby, and that baby decided to power your mecha while keeping Mother Earth happy. These batteries will be made from sustainable, plant-based materials and will decompose into nothing once they're spent, kind of like that avocado toast you thought you could eat 3 days after it was made. KPI for battery sustainability, battery lifespan. BLSA. We expect the battery packs to last 500 charge cycles while maintaining 75% of their efficiency. By 2030, we'll have zero-emission charging stations that recharge the mechas using solar and wind power only, further minimizing our carbon footprint. In conclusion, your concern about renewable energy is valid, but we've already put renewable energy on the blueprint. By 2030, our mechas will not only be self-sufficient but will also help you feel like you're driving a giant eco-friendly transformer. Question 6. If Jupiter Ventures could only fund one project for the next 50 years, why should it be the VR-8 Logan, and how would you make it truly iconic for future generations? Oh, this is a fun one. If Jupiter Ventures can only fund one project for the next 50 years, then the choice is simple, the VR-8 Logan, hands down. And I'll tell you why. First, imagine a world where the VR-8 Logan isn't just a mecha, it's a global icon. We're talking a piece of technology that defines a generation, a kind of like the iPhone or the first moon landing. But here's where it gets even better, the VR-8 Logan will not just be a technological marvel, it'll be a symbol of humanity's future. It will represent our capacity for innovation, sustainability, and problem-solving on a level never seen before. Step 1, making the VR-8 Logan iconic through legacy features. To truly make the VR-8 Logan iconic, we need to do two things, customization. You know how cars have been getting more and more personalized. I think Tesla with all its self-driving options, BMWs with touch screens. Well, the VR-8 Logan won't just be customizable in how it looks, it'll be customizable in how it thinks. By using advanced AI, future owners will be able to program the mecha's responses to different situations. You'll be able to teach it how to fight, fly, and even dance the cha-cha if that's your thing. Cultural integration. Every generation needs its own superhero, right? Well, the VR-8 Logan will be that hero. Whether it's saving the world in a global crisis or just showing up in the next blockbuster movie, this mecha will be everywhere. Kids will grow up thinking, when I grow up, I want to be a VR-8 Logan pilot, and then they'll build their own VR simulators to train for the real deal. KPI for iconic status, cultural penetration, CPA. We want the VR-8 Logan to become as recognizable as Superman's cape or Iron Man's suit. Our goal is to have the mecha integrated into 50% of global pop culture within the next 20 years. If we can get Marvel or Disney on board for a VR-8 Logan movie franchise, we'll consider it to win. Step 2, making the VR-8 Logan indestructible, for real. To ensure this icon lasts for the next 50 years, we need the VR-8 Logan to be literally indestructible. Imagine a mecha that survives the apocalypse. We're talking unbreakable materials, advanced defensive systems, and next-level repair mechanisms that can fix themselves in real time. By making the VR-8 Logan virtually immortal, it will be the go-to tool for everything from space exploration to urban defense. Imagine a kid from the year 2125 getting in their VR-8 Logan, which is still going strong, and thinking, wow, this thing is literally a piece of history. That's the kind of legacy we're talking about. KPI for durability, mech longevity. MLA will have the VR-8 Logan run through a 10,000 cycle durability test to ensure it lasts for 50+ years without needing a major repairs. We're also building self-repair systems into the mecha, making it the last mecha you'll ever need. To wrap this up, the VF-8 Logan isn't just another mecha, it's going to become the mecha that defines humanity's progress in the 21st century and beyond. Jupiter Ventures, you've got the chance to fund a project that will change everything. Imagine telling your grandkids, I helped fund the VF-8 Logan. That's the mecha that saved the world. If that doesn't sound like the future, I don't know what does. Page 7. Alright, let's break down Janus Robotics KPIs, shall we? Imagine our key performance indicators are like the numbers on a fast car's dashboard. They tell you if we're on the road to greatness or if we're stuck in traffic, wondering why we didn't take the express lane. Net operating income, noi, we're talking $4 million here. That's not chump change, folks. It's like the mecha version of I got this when it comes to monetary power. If the VF-8 Logan were a financial stockbroker, it would be wearing a double-breasted suit, sipping a martini, and saying, don't worry, I've got your ROI covered. Capitalization rate, cap rate, a healthy 10%. This is basically the financial version of checking the oil in your car. We want to make sure the engine's running smoothly, and right now, we're at a solid 10%. No sputtering, no stalling. Smooth operator all the way. Debt service coverage ratio, DSCR, a solid 2.10. This means, for every dollar we owe, we've got $2.10 to cover it. That's like having a healthy savings account while you're still buying designer sneakers. You can still live large without worrying about the credit card bill, kind of like how we plan to operate, but with mechas. Occupancy rate, 85%. Think of it as how full your favorite bar is on a Friday night. If it's too empty, you're thinking, do I need to find a new hangout? If it's too full, you're wondering why everyone decided to show up at once. At 85%, we're in the sweet spot, lots of room for more tenants, aka mechas in the future, but not so crowded that you can't catch a breath. Effective gross income, $3,800,000. That's like opening a lemonade stand, but instead of lemonade, you're selling mecha-themed merch and getting rich off it. The big bucks are rolling in, and we're not just sitting back and enjoying the ride, we're reinvesting it into innovation. Operating expense ratio, at 62%, we're running like a lean, mean mecha building machine. That's the business equivalent of not buying 5 lattes a day because we know where to cut the fat and keep the essentials. Efficiency is the name of the game. Now, let's talk about how we're spending that $100 million Series B investment. Hold on to your wallets, because here's the allocation breakdown. Research development, RD, $40 million will take this money and build the future. Imagine it as investing in a mecha university, where we teach our robots how to be super smart, super efficient, and maybe, just maybe, capable of delivering a pizza to your door. RD is where we craft the perfect mecha armor and AI brains that will revolutionize the way the world thinks about robots. Manufacturing infrastructure, $30 million. You can't just buy a robot from the dollar store and call it a day. Nope, we need top-tier manufacturing facilities. We're talking about building massive mecha factories where the robots can be produced faster than a McDonald's burger. We'll throw some of this cash into state-of-the-art factories to ensure we're not only keeping up with demand, we're blowing it away. Marketing branding, $15 million. Let's face it, folks. You've got the best mecha in the world, but if no one knows about it, does it even make a sound when it falls in the forest? Marketing will help us make the VF-8 Logan as iconic as James Bond's car, but with more firepower and less needing to change oil. We'll be all over the big screen, the web, and social media, letting everyone knows that this is the mecha to rule them all. Global expansion, $10 million. We're not just stopping in Madripoor, as cool as that is. The world needs to know that Janus Robotics is coming for global domination. We'll use this chunk of change to build a presence in Asia, Europe, and beyond. Think VF-8 Logan racetracks in Dubai, mecha battles in Tokyo, and a few impromptu rock concerts in Los Angeles, just to keep things interesting. Sustainability, renewable energy, $5 million. Because we all want the future to be clean. We'll throw some of this money into our solar-powered wings, wind-powered jets, and those eco-friendly batteries that can last forever without making the Earth look like a giant trash can. Plus, solar panels on mechas? Come on, that's next-level stuff. So, there you have it. We've got a clear vision, a solid strategy, and a strong foundation to make sure the VF-8 Logan isn't just another cool toy in the world of tech. It's the tech of the future that we're building right now. Let's get this $100 million and get to work, because there's a whole world waiting for us to save it. Or conquer it, depending on how things go.